It was always the smell of rain on old brick that takes me back, sharp as a bell, to that dim hallway of my grandmother's house, the long one lined with family photographs. I can still feel the cool waxed floorboards against my bare feet, and hear the lazy rasp of the grandfather clock, tolling the hours even when there was nobody left awake to notice. I suppose now it was an ordinary thing, a child trailing fingers along sepia frames while grown-ups murmured in rooms full of teacups and hushed thunder. Ordinary, but in such memories, the ordinary never stays innocent for long. I was 8 the summer grandfather died. Mother sent me to stay with grandmother, so that the house would not seem so empty. She tried to keep herself busy with baking and reciting psalms in the kitchen, but I think she was grateful to let me wander the halls, a quiet shadow that did not ask too much of her grief. In truth, I was not sad in those days. I was curious and just a little afraid. There was something about the silence that pressed close, even with the windows flung wide, as though the house held its breath and waited. Every afternoon, I chose the same route. Slip from my attic room, through the sunless corridor, past the portraits. Each one a cousin or great-uncle, the eyes all deep brown or faded blue, gazing out with that unreadable seriousness old photographs always have. Sometimes I drummed my fingers on the glass, but never on the last frame, the one farthest from the light. That one was different. It was a picture of a little boy with white blonde hair and a shirt buttoned so high he must have choked. His hands in his lap, knuckles clenched. I never knew his name. No one spoke of him, though the dust gathered thick as velvet on the gilded frame. It was one of those afternoons, the air outside trembling between storm and sunlight, when I heard it. A quiet tapping, faint as moth wings, from behind the wall. I turned, heart jittery as a nervous bird, and stared directly at the photograph of the boy. Foolish, I thought. It was only the house settling, or the wind pressed by thunder. Still, I pressed my palm to the panelling, feeling the ache of old wood, the hum of distant pipes, and the sound, a rhythm, soft and deliberate, growing ever so slightly louder as the day crept toward.